What's up, gang? Simon Arias here, and I was listening to Patrick Bet-David the other day, and I want to share some stuff with you that stuck out to me. He broke down the difference between great number twos and the ones who destroy organizations, and it hit me. You know, at times I've been both. I've been a number two, and I've had an opportunity to lead the whole team and be the captain of the ship. And today I wanted to share what PBD taught about being comfortable in the number two position, because here's what I learned. Sometimes your greatest impact comes from making someone else number one. PBD said the first quality of a great number two is being completely comfortable being the number two. No desire to compete for number one. No need for the attention that comes with being the face. I'll be honest with you. I enjoyed moments of this early in my career where I was working under and with someone, and publicly they knew exactly what to do. They had all the answers, they had all the wisdom, all the experience, and they were great at what they did. And so I think that's part of being a great number two, was not having an issue letting them do what they do, letting them work towards their strength, and me being an athlete, you know, a business athlete at the time, taking direction, taking coaching, running the plays that they were telling me to run. And ironically, the majority of them worked, not because I was great, but because they were great and I was leveraging their experience. You know, sometimes if people get negative about that and they have the wrong viewpoint of that, where they gotta be out front, they wanna be the person out front, at some point they look at that and it becomes a threat to the organization. Great number twos like Steve Wozniak, like Tim Cook before he became CEO, like Steve Wozniak, like Tim Cook before he became CEO. Great number twos like Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple right next to Steve Jobs, like Tim Cook before he became CEO of Apple. They understood their role wasn't to compete, it was to complete and complement. Here's what PBD taught that blew my mind. The delivery of it was great. Great number twos protect their number one in public and give honest feedback in private. In front of the team, in front of clients, in front of everyone, they build up their leader. But behind closed doors, when it's just the two of them, they'll say, hey, I think you went a little bit too hard in that meeting, or I think you could have did this a little bit better. It's the opposite of what most people do. Most people smile in your face and undermine you behind your back. Great number twos do the opposite. They'll challenge you privately, but they'll protect you publicly. That's how you earn the right to give feedback. That's how you become indispensable. Patrick Bet-David calls this being a master of human nature. Great number twos can read the room. They can read their leader, and they know exactly what's needed in the moment. When the leader is stressed, they know to suggest a walk. When there's tension in a meeting, they know how to redirect. When the leader needs to think through a problem, they ask the right questions instead of giving statements. This isn't manipulation. This is understanding people well enough to bring out their best. It's emotional intelligence applied to leadership support. Look, what PBD showed me is that being number two isn't about being lesser than. It's about being a great complement in playing your role and knowing when to play your role. Heck, in my experience in leadership, as well as what PBD alluded to and pointed out, oftentimes the number two makes more money than the number one. Even when I think of our business specifically, our number twos are making more money than the majority of folks' number ones, and at times they make more than our number ones, having that number two role where they're comfortable being that person, being that part, playing a captain of the team. Here's the beautiful part. The best number twos often become great number ones at the right time. Tim Cook now runs all of Apple. Steve Ballmer built Microsoft. They learned how to lead by learning how to serve. Sometimes the most powerful position in the room is the one supporting the person that everybody's looking at.